Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be getting to know me as well as doing my everyday look. I'm very happy that you're here, so let's get started. Okay, so I got my hair covered up and I'm going to start with my brows. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys a basic, like kind of everyday look for me. Granted, I don't do my makeup every day. Okay, I do not do my makeup every day. And just for the mirror part of it, I'm using the Tarte. I'm using the Too Faced Glow Palette, the Turn Up the Lights and Deep. This is supposed to be about, you guys getting to know me and everything. So while I do my brows, I'm gonna kind of start telling you guys a little bit about myself. So first I start by brushing out my brows with the spoolie, and then I fill them in with the eyeliner pencil by NK Makeup. I think it's Mika K. I used to work at Fun Little Fit. I used to work at beauty supply stores. I started in childcare, like all throughout college, which I went to college at Temple University. I worked for the hair store, the beauty supply store, and it was a horrible time. I'm just gonna say that it was a horrible time. I met some great people there though. I really did. So I do still struggle with my brows because they're naturally fluffy, like they're naturally full. I just kind of like to add to the shape of them, and it ends up getting too dark. So I am so big on brushing my brows back out and using concealer to clean them up, because it's not that I don't like you know what I mean, like if you can see now, like my brows like 3 times the size of my actual brow. Like I'm not gonna leave it like that. It's more so just me getting the shape that I want down. I watch YouTube so much, so I actually watch like a bunch of girls who basically tell you like only fill in the end and then go really light at the top. But for me, it's easier to keep my shape if I start at the beginning of the brow. I am 26 years old, born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My birth date is June 7th, which makes me a Gemini. I went to college at Temple University, TU, for early childhood education. I only did 2.5 years before I ran into a medical issue and had to withdraw. The next couple years or whatever, I basically went to cosmetology school. I love hair, I love makeup, and I felt like the best thing for me to do at the time was to go to cosmetology school. Just so you guys know, I used Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, the Super Coverage, and Butterscotch. That's what I'm going to be using to clean up my brows, and just like a flat brush. Yeah, so I went to Jean Madeline for cosmetology. Also met some great people there. But again, I ended up getting sick and having to leave that facility as well. So let's talk about these medical issues here. I'm sorry, y'all. I should really close my window. Also, my air conditioning just came back on. But yeah, so basically, at the age of 9, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. But I'm going to be talking about it very often on my channel. I forgot to get my little fluffy brush to blend out my concealer, which is what I'm doing now. Blending out the concealer on the bottom. I kind of work it down onto my eyelid because it's also going to be a base for my eyeshadow. It just basically caused so many issues throughout the years. Basically me struggling with the Crohn's. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. I try my best to continue to live and just go and do as I please. Doesn't always work out that way though. Crohn's often sits my behind right on down. Yeah. So as I said, I had to leave Temple because I had to go and get emergency surgery. Wow, Philly, you're amazing. I love the background noise. But yeah, so I basically, had to go and get emergency surgery my sophomore year, and the end of my sophomore year, and the recovery prolonged itself. The surgery was not successful basically, and I spent a couple months in the hospital, in and out of the hospital. I ended up having to get a whole second surgery to fix what the first surgery did. Crazy story. But so my recovery time was close to about 7 months to a year. So about 7 months. I'm saying a year or whatever because I'm giving myself time to explain to you guys, it was a crazy time. I battle with depression and anxiety as well due to the Crohn's and the different medications that they put me on and how those things affect me. So I wasn't thinking about school. Of course I panicked at first, but as time went on, they were like, okay, medical withdrawal, okay, this and the third, just basically make sure you fill out the paperwork in time. Well, they told me I had a year. I did not get the paperwork done within a year. So I still to this day have a bill with Temple University, and I was not able to go back to school because I have that bill. And yeah, that's when I decided, you know what, I really just want, because I wanted a child care center. That was one of the reasons that I went to school. I know you don't have to, but I just go too far with things, but whatever. So I wanted a child care center, and that's why I went to Temple University for early childhood education. Got put out of there due to the medical thing, and then I went to G. Madeline for cosmetology. Now, I'm great at hair, I'm great at makeup, on myself, on my clients, which is big. I just want to put a little sidebar out there. A lot of people don't understand that just because you can do hair or makeup on yourself does not mean that you can do it on someone else. I just need that to be very clear. I know tips and tricks for my face. You guys are probably looking at it now what the heck is that? Why does it look like that? Or whatever the case may be. But once you see the end product, you're going to be like, oh my God, it was a method to her madness. Now, this works for me. It does not mean it's going to work for every client. This step-by-step, this color, or the brushes that you're using, the products that you're using, things are different, and that's why we go to school, or that's why we continue to practice, or just working with different skin tones, undertones as well. All of those things is very important. So right now, I'm about to go into my little mini The Nubian by Juvia's Place palette. I'm taking the darkest shade, and I'm going to start on my inner corner and work my way into the crease a little. Just kind of like a tapping motion. So yeah, basically, I went to cosmetology school. I got to about 920 something hours. You need 1250 to graduate. Now, granted, they give you some time, you know, a little bit of time while you're studying, to basically, you know, a little wiggle room for issues. But because I continued to get sick, I literally had, what is it? Oh my goodness. The shingles. I got the shingles. It was my birthday. I got the shingles vaccine. I was turning 24. I had got the shingles vaccine and ended up getting the shingles. So I had to not go to school. Now, that doesn't include the times when I've had my Crohn's flares and that took me out of school. If I'm not clear, I have not been clear on what a Crohn's flare is yet, so I'm going to get to that part. But yeah, so that happened one too many times. Basically, couldn't go back to that school to finish my hours. So I'm sitting on degrees and certifications in different places, basically. So what happened next was I went back to working for a beauty supply store. I've been in and out of that beauty supply store since my freshman year of college, okay? Literally working there on and off. It wasn't really a good environment, and also the money sucked. It really did. But I didn't know that yet. So I'm like, how can I work in childcare? How can I break into childcare without a certification? Well, there are certain childcare centers that, as long as you have experience and background in childcare, they'll basically work with you, allow you to work there, or whatever the case may be. And that's what happened to me. I've been working with children since I was 15 in high school. I used to work at an after-school program. And then I also teach dance. I also teach praise dance at my church and everything. So I was very active with children. I've had some experience. And then, like I said, I went all the way up till the first semester junior year. I keep saying sophomore year, but it was first semester junior year is when I got put out of Temple. So I went through some courses, some pretty good knowledge and everything. I've had good experience, and I got a job at a child care center located in Frankfurt. When I tell you guys this place was awful, I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know if you guys know about Kensington. I mean, if you're not from Philadelphia, you might not really know, but that's our biggest drug area. So little old me is expecting to go and, you know, make a difference. Make a freaking difference. That's what I was expecting, right? No, I was wrong. I think because of the drug issue out there, I dealt with a lot of raft from the parents, from the staff, and the children as well. It was horrible. I mean, horrible. I'm not even kidding, guys. So this is basically what I do with my eyeshadow, and that's it. For my own everyday look. I just blend it out. Sometimes I'll put like a shimmer. Actually, I think I'm gonna put a shimmer in my inner corner. Let me see. Since So I take like probably this one or this one. I'm feeling this one today. Pat my little brush there and tap that into the inner corner, the top and the bottom, along the top and the bottom. Just kind of helps to brighten the eye. Just when I want a little razzle dazzle. So yeah, I worked at that center. Mind you guys, when I first got there, I was welcomed by an angry employee who had not been fired, but I was replacing her. That's a story time. I got y'all. I got y'all on that one. So I just knew the vibes there weren't going to be right. I'm finished cleaning up this inner corner. But I stuck it out. The children were jumping off of tables, throwing shoes at me, hitting me, cursing at me. Little girl could barely speak, but she would say FUB to me on the daily. And it was a nightmare. And I'm like, you know what? This is not for me. I was very miserable. Myself and actually another friend of mine who started working there. I'm not sure if, I believe she got me hired there. Matter of fact, she recommended me. So, yeah, but it was horrible. Horrible. So now I'm trying to decide, do I want to do liner? I'm a heavy liner girl, but lately I've been just popping on my lashes and it's been given. So I think I'm going to do that right now. So, I'm using the Super Strong Hold Eyelash Adhesive in Clear by INV. And I just basically, because, I was having the hardest time in the world putting on lashes. I just basically spread some along my lash line where I want the lashes to be. And this is so much easier for me than putting it on the actual lash and then trying to make the lash tacky. It doesn't work for me. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. Okay, Center in Frankfurt. So, my last day there, I basically had a whole entire meltdown. I had an argument with the co-director, who was pretty rude at the time. She wasn't much help. So we had an argument and I left that place crying and I ended up quitting. But I didn't quit before I found me another job. So I went on Indeed and found me a nice little opportunity. This is not sponsored. I went on Indeed and found me a nice little opportunity to work at a child care center that is a client of a hospital in Philadelphia. I'm not giving any names for obvious reason. So I started working there. Loved it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, guys, so real quick, I'm just gonna show you guys. So I get these packs of lashes off of Amazon. It comes with a bunch of different styles, and these packs cost me about $7 a piece, and it's I can't even remember how many pairs is on here. 10 pairs in a pack. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use these ones here today. Okay, so put in my 2 weeks and took my behind on up out of there into a new facility. And I was so excited about starting this job, guys, like so excited. It was my first time hearing that a child care center. Now I'm sorry, real quick. I used my mirror right underneath, look down, and just place the lash, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Place the lash right on the lash line. It was my first time hearing of a child care center who provided a 401k, retirement plan, short-term and long-term disability. I was like, oh my goodness, I did not even know that they do that. You know what I mean? Like, I always thought, like, just as a child care owner, that I would have to save for my retirement. So beautiful. And yeah, that was just something that I was afraid of, especially living with the Crohn's disease and realizing that it knocked me off my block so many times. I was definitely fearful of that issue. So them offering those things to me, it was just like, oh my God, like, this is perfect. I love it here. So I went from working on Kensington Avenue to working at 34th and Spruce. I just told y'all the hospital, but yeah. So basically, we were a client. So if you did not work at that hospital, your child could not go to our center. And it was great. The attitudes were different. The center helped me to learn so much stuff. I really love it there, but also hate it there. And I'm just going to say that the company itself, I know you guys might not agree with me, but you don't know what you're talking about because you didn't work there. The company itself does not look out for Black individuals, although they try to be inclusive and everything. There was no way that I was going to move up in that company, and that very much annoyed me. It was like I wanted to move up to different positions, experience different things, and just basically get a grasp on what I would be expected to do as a childcare owner, as well as a director and everything. So I'm using the Nika K Auto Eyeline in black. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the front here, as well as on the bottom lash line, but I'm gonna wait until I'm finished my under eye makeup to put it on the bottom lash line. Okay. So, it became very apparent after a year and a half at the job that I wasn't going anywhere. And that frustrates me. I'm still currently in between leaving that job and looking for another job. So that's where we're at with things. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I really love this primer. It works really well, hydrating the face and sticking underneath my makeup. So I only prime my T-zone though. I don't have I think I have combination skin, honestly, but you know. I'm actually gonna put a little on my chin as well. Just pull it out a little on the forehead. So, as I was saying, the company was taking me nowhere. I was getting frustrated. Guys, let me just explain to you that I am multifaceted. I do not have one thing that I like to do, at all. And probably with you guys listening to me for the last couple of minutes, you've also noticed that I am not, it's not easy for me to stay on task. I jump from this to this to this. It doesn't mean that I don't get finished something, but it just means that I have so much that I want to do. So while I was working at these jobs and everything, I also was still practicing hair and makeup, still practicing I started working with music clients. My family is very musically inclined. And basically what I did there was creative direction. I have a sister-in-law who's amazing, wonderful voice. Her name's Mare Floyd. If you guys want to ever look her up, Wish Me Well. Thank you. Wish Me Well, the EP. It's on YouTube. It's on Tidal, Apple Music, Google Music, whatever. It's there. Look up my sis. I'm serious. So she allowed me to basically direct one of her first music videos. Amazing. Great experience. It was my first time directing, and I co-directed with Frenchie, who's amazing, another great Philly artist. Check her out too. This is the Too Faced Born This Way medium to full coverage foundation in chestnut. Guys, I am not chestnut on a normal day, but I've been in the sun, something crazy. So yeah, and I'm also using one of my favorite brushes from Real Techniques to just pull that all over my face. Just buff that in underneath the eyes, around the face. Don't forget my nose, pull on down some. I work in sections until I feel like it's really like blended. Yeah, so the music video that we worked on together was for a song of hers called Too Late, titled Too Late. It was so fun. I mean, I loved it. It was a great experience. I was very happy to do that. Now, also, besides creative direction, I just basically help her with her image. I, enjoy dressing people. Like, I like putting together the whole look. I like picking out your hair, telling you how your makeup should be, shoes, accessories, just everything coming together is what I do. I for real. And then also, like, I'm a perfectionist with certain things. So it just kind of helps to pay attention to the small details when you're going out and performing and everything. Like, I'm really good at that. Okay. Then we have one more that we blend out all over the forehead. Now, as y'all can see, I'm actually going to pull this back because it's not letting me get to the spots that I need to. I don't mind it getting on my edges or my lace because that kind of actually helps it blend a little better. Yeah. So I used the foundation kind of also to clean up the top of the brow. So I'll just kind of like sweep, dab around. I don't like it to be too perfect on the top, guys. I don't know what that is, but I just don't. It's just not my thing. Like, don't make it too perfect at the top. That's weird. Okay, so I'm blending this all the way down. Make sure it's down to my neck, kinda. Now, as you can see, like, it's kind of light, but it's also the lighting, because I just need y'all to understand, like, this actually matches my skin. All right, so I'm blending out, and it just looks so freaking good. Oh my god, I haven't even gotten to my under eye yet. So yeah, like I said, I enjoy working with Mare Floyd. And then my brother is a percussionist. His stage name is Spaz, but Sheldon Robinson, top-notch Philly percussionist. So he also is a part of a band, Treyway and the Now Generation. So I was hoping to work with them. I want to say that that's going well, but we haven't been communicating as much as we should have. So I don't really know how that's working. I can't keep claiming that. So this is that butterscotch again from earlier, and I'm just gonna be taking this under my eye. I really don't like to put too much concealer, guys, because I feel like it doesn't blend that well. But I also hate for my under eye to crease. So yeah, that's that issue. But yeah, Treyway and the Now Generation. That's my brother's home band. They go out and they perform, and amazing group, full of amazing talent. Mayor's also a part of that group. I like to reverse highlight, so I put this here, and then I'll also put reverse contour, so I'll put contour as well, but I like my highlight to sit there. And I just kind of let that sit for 1 second while I also put my contour on, which is going to be the Black Opal True Color Foundation Stick and the color Black Walnut. So I just kind of right above, and then, okay, yeah, follow my little cheekbone. Same thing here, just follow the contour of my nose. You know, I just kind of bring it in a little bit. Like, my nose doesn't need to be that snatched. A little on my chin just to pull it in, chisel it some more. Yeah, so I get really excited about working with them, and it's just an amazing opportunity. And that's something that I've always loved. I sit back and I watch Beyonce, and I watch people pull together her looks and everything, pull together her stage presence, and how this song transitions into this song, and she's wearing this when she comes back out, and she got an outfit for that, or she's doing this, and it's just amazing. It's something that I've always loved, so I want to continue to pull these things together. So I'm letting it dry down in case you guys are wondering what's going on. I kind of let my concealer dry down a little bit before I touch it, and I'm going to blend it out with a Real Technique blending sponge. Also, I need to talk a little bit more about me being the youngest of quite a few siblings. Okay, so my mother biologically only has 2 sons. My oldest brother Sheldon, then the middle child Cameron, and then there's me. But then my mother, I say adopted a couple children. 2 of them are my cousins, and 1 of them is my brother's best friend. So I always tell people that I have 5 older brothers. The oldest is my cousin Andrew, and then Sheldon, my brother, and then Kente, his best friend, and then Josh, who's my cousin as well, and then Cameron. So, yeah, Andrew, Sheldon, Kente, Josh, Cameron. But yeah, that's my brothers. I do not have any sisters, but I do have a ton of god sisters. When I tell y'all a ton, it's probably like 12 or 13 of them. I'm not kidding. My father and my mother, I don't know why they have all these god kids, but they do. Which brings me to my nieces and nephews. I have a nephew who stays here with us, who I've been raising since he was 3 months old alongside my mother. And that's Jameer, the love of my life. This little boy is so crazy though. So I'm going to begin blending this out. I start under the eye, kind of at the little corner. But yeah, as I was saying, Jameer is my heart. He's 10 now. spoiled brat, which is me and my mother's fault, honestly. But yeah, the opportunity to spend this time with him, to love and raise this little boy is an amazing opportunity. You know, no matter the reason why we had to do it, um, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad that my nephew's here with me, you know. So yeah, I'm blending. But I was raised with my cousins who are just like siblings to me. So on my mom's side of the family, I have a cousin who's my age. We are 5 months apart. My name is Tiana and her name is Brianna. You guys will be seeing her on my channel very often. That is my baby. I love that girl. And it's pretty funny because like our lives are so entwined with each other. We kind of have just about all the same friends. We went to high school and middle school together. She eventually came over to Temple after leaving her first college with me. And yeah, we've just always done everything together. I don't know. It's it's weird, but it's our thing. On my dad's side of the family, my sister cousin would be Janae. I do currently have a boyfriend. We've been best friends for over 10 years. So that is a whole nother story for another time. Maybe you guys will meet him eventually. As well as my little sister circle, I like to call them the hoes from different area codes and the margarita thoughts. So that's two different groups of people, but we all run together from time to time. Hoes from different area codes are my friends that I've been friends with for 10 plus years. We all went to high school or middle school together. We were originally called Sailor Gang. We had a whole extensive group of people. I mean, it was a bunch of us that hung out all the time. And as we got older, you know, people fall apart. Things fall apart or whatever. So there's still a couple of us around as far as the girls. All the guys still hang out as well. So I'm going to take the brush that I use for my foundation and just kind of go back over my face to like blend things together. It's nothing but the leftover foundation on this brush, but like I said, I just want things to kind of blend together, especially with me using a cream contour and a liquid foundation. It's like you want to blend it in. All right, for my under eye, I'm going to be using the Benai banana powder. Go right underneath my eye with it. Down the side of my nose. And I like to press that in as much as possible. It's a lot of powder, it is, but I like for it to like blend in. Push it in with my brush. I don't want to sweep it away, I want to push it in. And that's kind of one of the ways that I avoid such heavy creasing. I'm not really sure what anybody would really want to know right now. I feel like I answered so many different questions already. I've been running my mouth this whole time. Not really sure how I'm going to edit certain parts because I just been talking. Yeah, but my goal here is to just basically, I want to be for the girls who want the YouTube channel, or don't really want the YouTube channel, or don't really want the, you know, Instagram and everything, but you kind of want to do the tips and the tricks and you want to know shortcuts. I'm that girl. I'm the shortcut girl, okay? This channel will basically be teaching you so much stuff about, you know, hair, makeup. My channel will also be covering just kind of lifestyle things along the lines of me living with Crohn's disease as well. I just sorry, I used MAC Studio Fix pressed powder and NW45, and I'm just going to be putting that everywhere where I contoured. And this is on the same foundation brush. Just kind of darken up my skin a little bit, add some more color dimension to such things, because we made her kind of bright. Bring some color back to the cheeks. And I need a little bit more. Child. But snatched is not the word. Like, y'all don't understand. It's honestly the skin for me. Just gonna kind of bring some down my nose. I'm going to be using the blush palette in Light by e.l.f. My favorite one is like gone. I used it and used it and used it until I can't use it anymore. So today I'm going to be using this one that kind of has some shimmers. This one here. Very lightly, because it's a little pink. Now I am going to spray my face down with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I'm going to basically press that into my skin. Same. I really like to do it with a clean brush, but also using the one that kind of has product on it helps to blend the skin together. So I'm going to be using the same brush just all over, just pushing it in. Now it's time for some highlight. It is time for some highlight. Like a fluffy blending brush, which is what I'm going to use. This is a Morphe blending brush, actually. So I'm going to use the color Glow. Why not? I'm going to use the color Glow today. Just get it in there. And I kind of just bring it right underneath, tapping lightly. And then I bring it on up the cheekbone. Then I'll start swiping. It also goes right underneath the brow and a little above the brow bone, just like a hint. So you see, you know. I also do the center of the nose as well as right in between. I don't connect them, no. And then you do right above the lip. So basically what I'm gonna do is put some black under there, some black liner, going in with my black liner on my waterline. I am the queen of this cat eye shit. So I bring it all the way into the corner and then connect it. Period, boo. So I also have a liner brush, and I'm just going to use any palette I can that has a dark color in it. This is the Kylie Jenner palette. So I'm just gonna mix together the bronze it and shut up. I don't even know why I'm trying to say it. Yep, the black and the brown in this palette is gonna get mixed together, and I'm gonna smudge out my liner with that combination. And finally, some mascara. Guys, I literally do not put mascara on until the end. So I do some on the top, you know, just kind of help that blend together. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I also have the line comb, I think it's called Big Shot. One of my favorites. But yes, baby, I have amazing bottom lashes. And I'm gonna give them drama every time. This combination to die for. So I use my same eyeliner pencil. I clean it off, okay? And the eyeliner pencil in Black Brown by Nika K, and that's what I line my lips with, guys. I don't know why I'm trying to do this in the camera. I love sculpting out my lips. I kind of overline just a little bit. Next, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Butter lipstick. What was it? Yeah, Butter lipstick and Pops Expose F. I don't know if y'all can see that. I just basically put that in on top of the liner. And I cannot be done without gloss. So a good Fenty gloss. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. Guys, it's given. It's definitely given. It's giving what it's supposed to give. So I'm gonna go do my hair, get my clothes on, and I'll be back. So once again, this is the final look. Yes. Outfit, Shein, hair, an Amazon company, not really sure, but I'll try to link it down below. Thank you guys again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more content.